Okay, so it's time for vlog number one, first one. So I kind of wanted to take this first vlog to give some background information on each of my goals that I mentioned in my intro video, as well as to provide an update on what we've done so far for planning on the wedding. This isn't the beginning of the journey. It's relatively close to the beginning, but we have gotten a lot of things accomplished so far. So let's start with talking about my goals. So the first goal is weight loss. So throughout this next almost year, I really want to lose a good amount of weight. In all reality, the thought of the lifestyle change piece of it is kind of daunting to me, or it was before. But now I'm kind of ready to take that on because A, I want to look good in my wedding dress. I ain't gonna lie. B, I want to look good on my honeymoon in a bikini. But really, it's about, the next steps after that. I want to kind of go into this new phase of my life with being healthy, as healthy as possible. It's not all about being skinny. I kind of want to start fresh, go into this new chapter of my life, being the best me that I can be on the inside and on the outside. So that's my a little bit of insight into my weight loss situation. Oh, overall, I want to lose about, I'd say 30 pounds. Really 25 would be okay, but my real goal is to lose about 30 pounds. My next goal is hair growth. We talked about that in my intro video. So like I said in my other video, I never really cared about length as much. I've never been afraid to get my hair trimmed. I don't get it trimmed like I'm supposed to. I know that. So when I go in, I always just tell them, take off what you need to take off to get rid of the split ends, whether that, the regular 1/4 inch, or if it's 1 or 2 inches, take it off. I don't care. I would rather have healthy hair than to be holding on to raggedy ends. So that's still kind of my goal, is to have healthy hair, but I really want to focus on retaining length. I love to wear my hair big. Normally I'll do stretch styles like bantu knots or twist outs. And all of that, keeping your hands in your hair, it doesn't help your ends to keep from splitting or keep from breaking off. But I do know that with the goal of growing my hair, I'm going to have to kind of start venturing into some protective styling and low manipulation styling. So you'll kind of get to see my journey with that. So I'll give you kind of a length check to where I am now. So this is about how long my hair is now. Pretty long. But I never straighten my hair, so I don't really know how long my hair is, to be honest. I'll probably do another video to kind of start fresh with a trim and straightening it to get the trim. So I'll record that so you guys can really see what I'm working with. But that was just a little preview. So I really want to be probably about, I guess, bra strap length at least by my wedding with it straight. And then, so we'll see how we get there. Then the last thing, again, is for me to get it together, to get organized in my personal life, and to really focus on taking care of my house. Like I mentioned before, I'm very close with my family, so really trying to balance time with them, time with my fiance, work, time for myself. I haven't really been able to focus as much on like keeping the house in a good rotation, as far as organizing, like getting my pantry organized, like keeping the guest room and our room and the closet together, kind of trying to figure out just different things to make this house more my home. Really staying home more, because of course once we get married, that's kind of going to be a big transition for the both of us, is to really be home and be our own family together. Not that we won't spend time with our individual families, but really figuring out finding that balance. So those are my goals. So now just for like a quick wedding rewind of the things that we've done so far. So like I said, we got engaged in June, and we immediately, like literally, we got engaged June 23rd. By July, we were visiting venues, like the 1st of July. We were visiting different venues. I kind of already had one place in mind at that time, um, but I just wanted to make sure that we were sure that's where we wanted it to be. So I took this whole road show between my mom, my future mother-in-law, my sisters, basically drug them all around to all these different places, just to get ideas of other places to see, just what our options were. That was a challenge in and of itself with him because of his schedule, his work schedule. Um, he wasn't able to join us quite for most of those visits. So I kind of had to be the buffer and go view all of them and then kind of pick a top three and take him to all three to see what, so we can make our decision together which one we wanted to go with. And so we ended up going with the first one that I had in mind from the very beginning, of course. So then I was like, okay, I just did all of that, wasted all of that time, and we're going with what we wanted to do in the first place. That was in August. So we pinned down the date at the venue that we want, so we had that secured. We made the deposit for that. So even throughout that, we started looking at caterers as well, kind of incidentally. Really, it was because one of the places that we visited, the venue was like an all inclusive venue. Our rep at this company said, we do catering as well for, if you had it somewhere else. So we said, okay, cool. So we went to the tasting for that, tasted some of their stuff, got price quotes and all that good stuff. Their food was really good, but we still kind of wanted to look around. So there was another company that we were looking at, and we've actually recently scheduled a tasting for them. So we'll probably vlog a little bit, and he will be able to be off work so that he can go to this. So you'll see me vlogging about it, or you'll see the both of us vlogging about that experience. So that should be fun. What else have we done? We've done the florist. We've only visited one florist. We haven't made a decision yet. We still want to see, a few more people, but we've got a little time for that. So, what else have we done? We found our photographer. We were looking, kind of starting, I want to say July, we started looking at photographers too. I just started looking at people to get information so I could have an idea of the pricing. That's how all of this started. I just wanted to get an idea of how much this thing was going to cost. But as we kind of kept going, we learned things like the fact that people book their wedding venues over a year in advance. So the date that we got for our wedding is not even the original date that we wanted. We weren't able to get a Saturday because even though we were booking more than a year in advance, people already had all the Saturdays booked all the way out until like November. I had taken a break from all wedding planning because it just started to get stressful already. And I'm like, okay, we need to enjoy our engagement for a second. So between like August, like the day that we put the down payment on the venue, after that, I was like, I'm not doing anything else for this wedding for a while. So I took a break from like August to September. But in that time, one of my coworkers' daughters actually got engaged, and so she was sharing some of her vendors that she had with me, and she shared 3 photographers with me. Um, so I looked them up just to kind of get an idea, just to see what they were talking about, and there's this one guy that I really liked his pictures. I showed him to my fiance. He was like, yes, that's totally us. Like, his style is perfectly matches with us. I showed my mom. She felt the same way. So I reached out to him, and we had been talking back and forth. And so we decided to go for it. And so we booked our photographer. Actually, we booked our photographer like maybe just 2 or 3 weeks ago from today, is when we finally, got all the bookings situated. And we actually took our engagement pictures last week. So I am so excited. I cannot wait to get them back. They look so good when he was kind of showing us on the camera. We're supposed to be getting them back sometime this week. I am like it hasn't even we haven't even gotten to his deadline yet, and I'm still like, oh my gosh, where are the pictures? I need to see them. So those are coming soon. So that's all we've done so far for the wedding. There's still 3 million things to do. I'm really using like the Knot website, their little checklist, just as kind of a guide. I mean, we're not hitting every single date, but just to make sure that we don't procrastinate, because I am a chronic procrastinator. Like, it is a real problem. And this is something that I cannot afford to procrastinate with. So I'm trying to stick to that, trying to stay accountable to that so that we won't be like scrambling at the end. So that's it. That was my background on my goals and the update on what we've done so far. And I look forward to making more videos, giving you guys updates. I look forward to you all meeting Nabil and just having some fun with us as we go through this. So thanks. If you have any questions about any of the things that I mentioned in this video, comment below and I will respond. All right, thanks.